Welcome to episode 3 of the Pow Wow Lounge. I am your host, Michael Michelle, and again, I am joined by
the one and only Brianna.
Not the one and only, as if there were multiples.
Well,
I mean, technically,
I was about to say there's so many of me.
At one point in my life, I knew probably 5 Briannas at one time.
And I think in my life, I know 2 of me.
Wow.
So
yeah, Brianna's a very popular name.
Yeah,
or was
but
at one
all
point.
spelled differently. I've never met me spelled the same way.
I have not.
So yeah,
every Brianna I know, it's been different. What? I think maybe one. No, I think it might be one that's
Oh, that's a shock.
Now that I think about it, yeah. Okay, well, if you're new here, thank you for joining today. I hope that you'll enjoy this show, and if you're returning, thank you for coming back.
Yes.
I mean, hey, that is the ultimate compliment in form of flattery if you're a returning viewer.
And if you subscribed.
So, well, I was getting to that. But before we get started, if you could do me a huge favor, if you're new here, could you please like, comment, and subscribe to the channel? Most importantly, subscribe, because that'll keep you up to date when I make, posts and all that. And then for all of my returning folks, I hope you left a comment on that last video, because if not, I'll know. Ha, ha, ha.
Giving a little fake.
Not leaving a little fake.
Also, don't forget to follow all the social medias.
Yes, at the Pow Wow Lounge on Instagram and Twitter. I'm debating if I will put my Instagram and Twitter. I'm not that active on social media. I still don't even understand social media.
Hence why I don't shout mine out.
At all. So,
because I'm not that active.
You don't even want to bother.
I'm not that active, but if you find me, you find me.
Same. If you find me, you find me, and just say, hey, I know you.
Yeah.
I watch you.
You might be sitting in that requested box because my thing's on private, but if you find me, you find me.
If you at me, I'll respond. And I'll definitely appreciate the follow. Okay, so I just want to get to this. Mm-hmm. College. I want to talk about college.
Oof.
And I'll get to why in a second. But what do you remember about college? Your overall experience from campus life to classes?
Considering, both of us had a very huge difference because you were definitely on campus. I went to a community college for a while. Yeah.
I went to community college for a little bit, but what was your experience?
Considering everyone told me I was every teacher, professor, whatever you want to call them, told me I was in the 13th grade.
Well, that's not rude.
Exactly. That shows you my experience overall. It wasn't really enjoyable.
Wow.
I didn't meet a lot of people. I would definitely say that. People were there, were very friendly. I definitely met a lot more people than, going from where we were at private school and stuff like that.
Right.
But I'm not even going to lie, online school is where it's at for me.
All night school? Okay. Well, I had a couple of night classes that I enjoyed.
Nope.
You didn't enjoy it?
I did not like night classes because also I worked during college too.
Okay, so you wouldn't like it.
Did not like night classes.
For some reason, I didn't enjoy college that much either. I know a lot of people that really did, and I'd like to blame it on my major.
But you went to a big college too.
I did. Well, I've experienced every college. I've experienced community. I've experienced the smaller but semi-large college, and I've been to a full Big Ten college. I've explored all of it. Most enjoyable community college for me.
Different area, yeah.
Yeah, they got straight to the point.
Yeah,
and
different area.
The big colleges, not so much. But it was an okay time. Course load was stressful, and I'm sure anyone who's been to college, even for one class, can say it was stressful and it was a lot. But I never once thought I would have to worry about whether or not the person sitting next to me in the class was carrying a firearm. And I say that to say, West Virginia Governor Jim Justice had recently signed, or not so recently, a campus carry gun bill. And essentially that bill allows people with concealed carry permits to take firearms onto public colleges and universities. That bill will become effective in July 2024.
So you're going to let 18-year-olds carry firearms?
I guess so. If you have the permit, whatever age range the permit
but for
allows.
What? Because,
it's the Second Amendment, Brianna. The right to bear arms belongs to every individual, and we all have that freedom. Although not really.
Exactly. But you're a kid. Do you see how certain things are nowadays?
Well, that's the problem. It's not just kids. There's older adults, people in their 20s on the campus. Know that,
but I'm thinking at first, I'm thinking of those freshly out of high school, those 18, 19-year-olds. Because, they're going to be eager. They're going to be like, I want to do this.
Yeah.
They're going to be more focused on getting the gun control than something else. I think then that first argument they have.
Yeah, and seeing what happened, unfortunately, at Michigan State University, a lot of children are dying by gun violence.
Yes.
And I don't think this bill helps solve that problem by giving everybody the right to bear arms. Some people probably shouldn't. Personal opinion.
Yeah.
Let me just state that.
People are just too quick.
I will say I'm glad that I am not in college.
Same. Well, online.
Yeah, physically, because I don't think I could deal with. I mean, I probably could, because 9 times out of 10, you probably wouldn't know who has a gun and who wouldn't. Mm-hmm. I think it'd be stupid if you were just around campus like, look at me, who wants to play? That would be kind of dumb.
But good and well, there is somebody like that.
But I think as stressful and mentally taxing as college is, and we know that because even my doctor, when I finished school, was concerned about depression with me and wanted to put me on pills if I couldn't self-medicate. And when I say self-medicate, yoga was the answer for everything, and getting enough rest.
Yeah. Okay.
But no, yoga was the answer for everything.
Oh, he told you that?
Yoga.
She told you that? Or
losing your mind, yoga.
You discovered.
Got a fever, yoga. Stub your toe.
I thought you were saying you thought of that yourself.
No. I guess it's just exercise is a stress relief, and I guess yoga is not as strenuous, even though it is.
Yoga does not work for me.
I'm gonna tell you, the intro to yoga whooped me, but it's a mentally taxing thing, and I think when you have mental illness as it's on the rise as it is, I'm not sure
gun violence
allowing everyone to have access to a firearm is the best answer.
Little triggers will set them off.
And I'm not trying to impose on anyone else's liberties, but that is a realistic thing that I think we should probably consider. I personally don't want to be on a college campus where I know guns are. Sorry.
And I agree.
So, but in the comments, let us know what you think. Do you think this campus carry gun bill is legitimate? Do you support it?
And if you're a parent, do you feel like that's safe for your kids?
Right. Parents, how does that make you feel moving forward? And do you think this is something that we'll see spread across the country? Because this is only in West Virginia, and I'm sure some very, states that advocate for the Second Amendment strongly will probably adopt this at some point. So what do you guys think about that? How does that make you feel moving forward? It would scare me.
Yeah, same,
and I don't have
honestly.
kids, but it would make me feel away. Okay. On Twitter, I stumbled across this young woman who happens to be a singer, and she's a great singer. She's young. I think how old is she?
I want to say maybe like 24, 25, because I think she's 2 years apart from her sister.
Okay, so she's in her 20s.
Yes.
Amazing voice, very talented, can dance, can do everything. This young woman's name is Chloe Bailey. For some reason, social media does not like Chloe very much, and I don't understand. She was recently laughed at for having $50 concert tickets, and this is not a joke.
Yeah.
If you go back to episode 1, and I'll link that over here somewhere, concert tickets are very expensive and very brutal to acquire these days. So $50, I think, is a great price point. But she got teased into oblivion, and Brianna, I could not understand.
Well, for people that don't know who Chloe is, she definitely came from Chloe and Halle. They're a sister duo. They sing, they act. They were on the show Grownish together. They had 2 debut albums, I think.
I believe so, yep.
They both can harmonize well together. They also are very good singers apart. Her sister is in Little Mermaid, and Chloe is about to be in a movie on Amazon Prime
called Swarm.
Yes.
Which just so happens to be
reference to the first episode.
Reference back to the first episode about the beehive.
Yes.
Swarm, cleverly named basically is an ode to them in a not so flattering way.
But the thing about it that separates them is Halle is more of the sweet little girl and Chloe is more the sex appeal and the this and the that, and people just for some reason don't like her, like you said.
I think it has a lot as far as
Jealousy?
sex appeal. Well, as far as sex appeal, I think what happens is when we see people as teenagers and then all of a sudden you see butt cheeks everywhere, it's kind of the transition is difficult.
It's growing up.
Because I did that with Lotto, who was a female rapper.
Yes.
She was on a show called The Rap Game as a teenager. So now seeing her talking about...
And even then, she was like, I would say middle to older teenager, because I think
on
there
but
she
she
was
wasn't
like 16 or
talking about
17.
Sitting on it, flipping on it, sticking it in her eye, shoving it down her throat. And now she is. And I'm just like, wow.
Yeah.
But... So, I mean, you follow Chloe and Halle more. I know who Chloe is. I think she's talented. She writes, she produces, she sings. She's
very talented to me.
I don't understand why there's so much hate. You say jealousy.
I think a lot of it, when it comes to the music industry, I think it is a little bit of jealousy. I think it's like, because she does all those things and it's not that common anymore, that people are like, whoa, what are you doing?
Right.
Why are you doing this and I can't? And then it's also like, her body is natural.
Why did you mumble that? You could say her body is natural.
Her body is natural.
Okay, there you go.
You can... It's homegrown.
What is...
Homegrown. It's not...
I don't understand how she's not more popular because she's signed to Parkwood Entertainment, which is Beyonce's label.
I will definitely say because she's not, I feel, catering to the pop that's more popular now. Because I think that when you going to is that, like just how Chloe and Halle, when they were together and had their album, they weren't as popular as they should have been because they're more that soul R&B, just like, okay, for example, her.
Okay.
I feel like she could be bigger than what she is because I feel like she's talented as well.
Right.
But it's not catering towards that pop that people want to hear and people want to hear in the club and stuff like that. Just like Jhené Aiko.
Okay, that makes sense. Okay.
People are into the, I want to dance. I want to fist pump.
See, I'm getting older.
Yeah.
You know,
so I'm like, I want to
calm down a little bit. Like, I'm not trying to jump off the wall. And I think this goes back into, we had a off camera conversation about Nicki's song Ruby the Red Sleeves. It's not bad. It's just not where I'm at the moment. You know, I'm not a gangbanger, so it doesn't resonate. I get it that it caters to
somebody, but I feel like you grow with your fans.
You should.
And I think honestly, Chloe did grow with her fans.
Well, yeah, she started young, and we're all in our mid to late 20s. I mean, you do throw a little sex appeal on that thing if that's your thing.
And that was her thing.
Yeah, but now she's like, I guess it comes across as phony to a lot of people.
I think the other thing is, edit the beehive. Someone's coming.
Uh-oh.
I think the other thing is because she's compared to Beyonce. With how she performs and stuff like that. So I think it's the fact that they remind her a lot like that and they don't want someone to remind her.
Hey, really gonna have the beehive attacking me. Renaissance, Beyonce's last album. I think a lot of that probably could have went to Chloe.
Can you see Chloe singing Plastic Off the Sofa?
I think I would have enjoyed that.
That would have been.
But I'm just saying. No disrespect.
Chloe got that range. And it's self-made.
Wait a minute.
It's not auto-tune. It's not made in the garage.
No, you're going too far.
I know. I hear the beehive.
Yeah, they're attacking you.
I'm gonna get stung. I got the off spray, but it's cool. It's good. Let's go.
I don't know. I'm gonna task you guys with, if you're curious enough and you're on YouTube, Google Chloe Bailey and just listen to her music. And while you're doing that, I want you to remember this conversation and just say, man, they were right. This girl is either you think she's talented or not. But then I want you to come back and say what you think. Because I genuinely want to know.
There's another one to me that I feel like they might know, but I don't know if you ever listened to her music, Coco Jones.
I do know Coco.
Yes, I think she's another one where it's like she's very just rich R&B.
Yes.
And she's not as elevated as because I think she can sing too.
Yes.
But she's not as out there as I feel like she could be too.
And I don't understand
because I'm like,
I think there's just a huge disconnect with R&B music in general.
It is because everyone wants the raps, the ad libs, the this to that.
Yeah, everybody wants to rap.
Mm-hmm.
But
and they don't.
But the singing.
The
singing is the sing. That's what I'm here for.
Without the auto-tune.
I don't know, but take a listen to Chloe and let us know what you guys think.
Yes.
And you mentioned her sister, Hallie. I always get that wrong.
Because when you read it, yeah.
But then again, when I think of it, Halle Berry.
Yeah.
I don't know why. Mm-hmm. Halle is playing Little Mermaid.
Yeah.
Little Mermaid is a Disney movie.
Mm-hmm.
However, Disney might not be the happiest place on earth anymore. Why, you may ask? Well, let's just talk to Florida Governor Ron DeSantis, okay? Ron DeSantis, okay? He passed a new bill that would change how Disney self-governs itself. So Disney World, was its own self-governing body. And under this new bill, it's under Florida state control. And that's pretty new for Disney. Now, this isn't shocking coming from Mr. DeSantis because I believe he is gearing up for a potential 2024 presidential run. And of course, something like this just so happened to come right after Disney opposed the Don't Say Gay bill, which is a bill that banned the instruction of sexual orientation and gender identity in kindergarten through third grade and lessons deemed not age appropriate. So, how do we think this is going to affect the Disney experience? They go from self-governing, controlling its own district, which you were telling me it was because of the Epcot.
Girl, it's going to be expensive. It's going to be expensive. Epcot in itself was supposed to be a city.
Right.
So.
And we're talking way, way, way back.
Yes. Not how it is now.
Right.
But it was supposed to be originally a city with actual people living in it. So, of course, what that comes with its own rules.
Right. If you're making a city, you got to have some legislation. Yes. You got to be in control of what's going on. And so from back then, based on what you were telling me, it was going to be different. And as Disney grew, they kind of just did their own thing and controlled what was going on in there. Now, this has been a struggle between Disney and Florida, I think, for a long time.
Yes.
I believe a lot of the...
Especially with this governor.
With this governor, I think people before, they felt like Disney shouldn't be its own entity. Yes. It's giving the wrong idea. Well, now people don't have to worry about it anymore because now it's under Florida state laws. And unfortunately, based on what you were telling me,
those people are going to be the people that have to pay.
Taxes for Floridians are going to be increased.
Yes.
So I don't know. I think with this new bill, it's changing the area, which was once Reed Creek Improvement District. And under this new law, it will be the Central Florida Tourism Oversight District. The name is very sterile.
I was about to say, that is the first time you have told me that name.
It's very sterile. And
that just sounds like high prices.
It does. And I think, too, what's going to end up happening is I think Mr. DeSantis is going to...
He's going to regret it.
Maybe, but he's going to put together a team that's going to control this new zoning area. And
but did you also hear that Disney... Well, they haven't fully said it yet, but Disney has claimed that they might fight back and might sue the state.
Really?
Mm-hmm. But of course, in true Disney fashion, they have not said anything.
Oh, they're keeping it
nor denying. They have not confirmed nor denied, but there are a lot of rumors that they might sue the state.
I could see that happening.
Yeah.
How that would play out, I have no idea.
Yeah, I was about to ask you, how do you think that would play out? But because it's so...
Well, I think the big question would be, do we think Disney could win that? A big company taking on a state.
Because remember what I told you before, towards the beginning stages, it was Florida needs Disney, not Disney needs Florida. So I wonder how it is now. Does Disney need Florida, or does Florida need Disney? Because
that's a very big revenue generation for tourism for Disney.
Mm-hmm.
Although you were telling me that Disney may not be as affordable as it once was for families.
Oh my goodness, no.
Now you would know this because I have not been to Disney World, and a very bad misunderstanding in high school led me not to go to Disneyland either. Okay,
she went to California Adventure
because we did not know that California Adventure Park and Disneyland were together. And so half of our senior class went to one park, the other half went to the other. Yeah. She saw Mickey Mouse, I saw Cars. I rode in Lightning McQueen. True.
And I was partying with Mickey.
Right. So I've never had that Disney experience, but you just went
to Disney probably like 3-4 times.
And you're a Disney person for real.
And I can go again.
And you just came from Disney. What,
yes, last year. So I will definitely say the prices. First of all, this is like one of the other times where it's like, oh yeah, I have to pay for this stuff.
What do you mean?
Because when I was younger, I didn't have to pay.
It fell on the parents.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, okay. So now
when I was younger, it was like when I first went, I think it was like about 1 or 2. So it was mainly mainly for my sister.
Man, that's when life is good. You don't pay for nothing.
Yeah.
You eat
you
what
get
you
in,
want.
you get in free at the park because 2 and under you get in free. But it was mainly for my sister. And then the second time, I think I was like 8, 9 or something. So again,
you're not paying.
And then the other time it was a little bit older, middle school. But then this last time, well, no, because then I also went in high school after we went during our senior trip. We went on a family trip.
Terrible trip. Well, the trip itself wasn't terrible, but I'm mad I didn't get to Disneyland.
There's a lot of terrible parts, but we'll get to that in another episode. But then this recent time, it was definitely like, oh.
This is when you notice for real.
Wow, I'm 20-something years old and gotta pay.
Adulthood, it's funny.
A scam.
When we were younger, we wanted so badly to be adults. And now that we're adults, it's like, let's go back to...
Zoom in on... No, I did not. I never wished this. It just happened.
I wanted to drive, and now I don't. I mean, I don't... I won't say I don't, but
no, I know
it's so much stress, you know? It's like...
I never wished to pay $3 to $5 for a bottle of water in a park.
Wow.
Because I think it was like for me and my sister, or my sister and I, whatever way you want to say it.
Get the grammar right.
I know, right? When we were in the hotel, it was like $3. But then when we went to Magic Kingdom, the one with the castle, it was $5.
It's not, that's.
No. I whipped out my reusable bottle real quick because I was not playing with those prices.
So, but you were telling me you can bring your own water bottle.
Yes, you can bring your own water bottle. You can bring your own food as long as it's not alcohol.
Pro tips for Disney.
Yeah, as long as it's not alcohol, stuff like that. But of course, you can bring your own food. You can bring your own. They have picnic tables. They have, breastfeeding stuff. Right. All that stuff you can definitely bring. But of course, when you go to Disney, people want that Disney experience, the Disney food.
Right.
Sometimes not for those Disney prices.
Ooh, and so, I've never been, so you have to explain this to me. Each park, because I know there's different, like Epcot, there's Magic Kingdom, I think. You're
Animal
paying for
Kingdom and Hollywood Studios.
So you're paying for each park. It's not like a one ticket.
Nope, it's not a one, like, it's not King's Dominion where it's like, one price is all.
In and then you...
No, each park is a different price. And what's highest is Magic Kingdom because that's, that's the moneymaker. That's where the castle is. That's where everyone wants to be and the proposals and the pictures. Yes.
Wow. Okay, but you don't have to... Do you pay for each ride or...
No. So you don't pay for each ride unless it's a lightning pass, which can go between $5 to $15.
Okay, and what is a lightning pass? It lets you... What does that do?
So it basically is like, you're skipping the line a little bit.
So you pay the lightning pass for each ride or is that...
So, okay, let's just say, I want to go in the teacups, but my gosh, it's a 45-minute ride.
Right.
I'm going to pay $10 to come back at 2:00 to skip the line.
Oh, it's scheduled?
Yes. Now it's scheduled. It used to be the point where it was like, I get this, it used to be called a fast pass. I get this fast pass.
I think I've heard
and I can scan this and I can skip the line. Now it's like, come back at 2:00 and you can skip it. Yeah.
That doesn't sound like much fun.
Or you wait in a long line. I think my sister and
it doesn't sound fun.
Waited in I want to say 45 to 50-minute line because
your feet was hurting.
Girl, we didn't want to pay. We did not feel like paying no $15 for a new ride after we paid for a couple other rides before. No.
So Disney was high before.
Yes, but it's higher now.
And how do we think it's going to be with this new bill?
Girl, I don't want to say it. Like, I love Disney to death. I will go again and again and again. Please sponsor the podcast.
You're trying to get those tickets, huh?
But Universal's looking more affordable.
Oh, wow. Okay, well, let us know what
I do love the Minions. Don't get me wrong.
Oh, my goodness. Well, who doesn't love a good Minion?
Exactly.
But let us know what you think in the comments. So I don't know. I'm curious to know this. If anybody's worked at Disney, or if you're from Florida and you're in the area,
or you're a family that wants to go to Disney and you're looking into it,
what do you guys think about this? I mean, I would like to see how this law affects the price. Or if you're
local, because a lot of locals aren't getting treated right either. Because a lot
before this.
Yeah, because a lot of locals used to get a lot of discounts because, you
they're not getting no discounts now.
You have an annual pass, so annual pass holders can only be towards Floridians.
Right. Okay, makes sense.
So, yeah, so you would get, 20% off on basically almost everything.
Wow.
But
I imagine that will be getting cut.
It's been getting cut a lot. Or a lot of things have been like, you can't use your discount anymore. They've been trying to cater towards.
Come on, DeSantis.
Yeah, you've been catering more towards the travelers, which is, during the off season, who's there? Your locals.
Disney, I'm gonna need y'all to get this together.
And
DeSantis, stop ruining it. They sound like he's ruining it, so he's about to make fun even harder.
Because I was about to say, your locals are going to be the ones paying for them taxes.
That's not. I wonder if you're from Florida or around Orlando, the Disney area, did you know that?
Yeah.
That's the better question. And if you didn't, knowing this now,
how do you feel?
How do you feel about that? And what do you think a trip to Disney is going to cost and or look like now?
Mm-hmm. For a full 4-park extravaganza.
Yeah, I mean, just listening to you, this already sounds stressful. I mean, to me, it sounds like Ticketmaster all over again, but Disney. And based on episode 1, no, thank you. You can have it.
How Ticketmaster can be.
Yeah, so, wow, okay. I mean, I don't know what their plans are. And if you're from Florida and if you're a supporter of Ron DeSantis or not, how do you think this will make him look in the eye of the country? Does this make him a better leader or a worse leader? I don't know. He's done some interesting things and said interesting things. So I'm interested to know, does he have a fighting chance at 2024 with Trump, who is his bitter rival, and against Joe Biden? And whoever else is running, I really want to see who's going to run. Hogan, which is a former Maryland governor. Yeah. If he puts his hat in there, I thought the man was ill,
I don't think
but
there's
he's
no
not.
I think there definitely is for what things that he's been doing and saying. He's going to try.
Okay, and I'm curious to see if Kanye is going to be in there as well, because why not? See if Yeezy will give us another interesting
with who
campaign.
Well, who's going to be
in
his
2024
vice president?
Ooh,
Kim?
No. Okay, Kanye West is the president. Vice president. No. It's got to be crazy. This is in the comments. Let us know who would be a good running mate with Kanye West, just for giggles.
Yeah,
because I really don't know.
Who does he get along with, or who does he want to get along with?
Is Colin Powell still here? I think so.
You think that would be
Colin Powell? You out there?
You think he would be?
For laughs, I'm going to say it's going to be Kanye West and Colin Powell.
I'm going to say North.
West? His daughter. Yeah,
yes.
Not going to work. Give us realistic guesses, please.
Because who else does he get along with?
I don't know, but I'm going to go with Colin Powell. Okay. So let us know in the comments what you think about that. I don't know. I've never been to Disney World. I'm not sure if this news makes me want to go.
Definitely should go, though.
I'll try just for it. I don't know if I'll be like you and return every year, but
girl, I don't return every year. That's expensive.
But we'll give it a shot. Okay. So here's what I want to ask you before we go today. How dangerous? No, scratch that. Have you seen on social media these end of earth scenarios that ask us to choose what we would do? Now, of course, as viewers, I know you guys have no clue what I'm talking about. I'm just going to give you an example and try to find at least a picture so you know what I'm talking about. Floating around on Twitter, which is my favorite app, there is this kind of animated scene of, it looks like another planet getting ready to crash into Earth. And it's just showing this planet just kind of come down, get closer and closer as a little teeny rocket-like missile-looking thing shoots into the sky. reading the comments, a lot of people thought the missile was maybe trying to stop the planet from colliding with Earth. If a planet is ever that close with colliding with Earth, I don't think anything we have is going to make the situation any better. However, people were wondering, what would you do if that happened? So imagine a planet is getting ready to crash into Earth. What are you doing? And please, this is definitely for the comments. What are you going to do? I'd like to read it. At that point, if a planet is crashing to Earth, there is nothing you can do.
Might as well just sit there and watch it till my final moment. Because what can I do?
That's right. I don't understand the questions.
No. But do you know what's funny? So the past, oh my gosh, it's been like maybe 2.5 weeks now. I don't know if you looked outside and saw those bright stars.
You mean the satellites? Surveillance? Do I need to It's not stars, folks. It's surveillance. If you don't get this, it's in episode 2. I give a full explanation of what that is.
Literally, I've seen so many like things about it, but they said, oh my gosh, I think it was like Saturn and Jupiter. I don't know.
Wait, if we could see Saturn and Jupiter?
Yeah, I was gonna say, if I'm wrong, quote, put it in the comments what planets they were if you saw them. But yes,
I didn't know that.
So, oh yeah, I saw that recently because last night and night before, the planet on the bottom was getting like, it was disappearing a little bit more. So that's when all those comments started coming up more about those planets coming in closer. So yes, that's why I was like,
wow,
that's why they started coming up.
What was okay? Yes. Well, if I could see Saturn, I get it.
That is why that started coming up more.
Wow, now I have to go read that. So we could see it, and that's where that was coming from.
Yep.
Well, I think but
I'm saying if it is crashing towards us, what are we gonna do? First of all, how you know it's not a UFO just watching us and laughing at us? All the aliens are probably like, these dumb humans.
I mean,
look at what they got going on.
I'm not saying that there isn't life out there.
Oh, I definitely believe there's life out there. We are not the only living human beings.
Of course not. I think the funny
living things. I won't say human beings. Living things.
Right, because we don't know what an alien looks like.
Yes, we could be the aliens.
Plot twist.
I always say that. I really think we could be the aliens, but that's a whole different.
But you know what? To stick with this, I do think there's some of us walking among us that aren't all the way together.
I believe it.
I'm looking at you, Mark Zuckerberg.
I believe
I've never seen that man blink.
Elon, oh man, wait a minute.
Think about it.
Wait a minute.
Think about it. Have you seen him blink? No.
But you're right though. So yeah,
I'm putting Elon Musk there as well. It's just they're interesting individuals that something seems a little.
There's something definitely about him that's like, what's wrong with you? You might get alien tested.
I think if anything, he'd be a robot because he talks about artificial intelligence so much.
Yes,
like
I can see that. Yeah. But I do think that, if aliens are among us, I think they just probably blend in.
Maybe. I don't know. I feel like it'd be super obvious.
We could be the aliens for all we know.
Try to see if I see any antennas.
The baby hairs look like an alien.
Not the baby hairs. The funniest thing about this video, though, with the planet crashed into Earth, was a little rocket because people said, "Oh, that's all the rich people leaving."
The Kardashians leaving us.
They knew about this last year and didn't say a thing.
Kardashians, Elon Musk, just
playing into that. Have you seen the movie Don't Look Up?
No, but you told me about that, and I need to watch it.
Is that situation, not necessarily planet, in its entirety, and how the world will react, and it's really sad. Not sad as in you're going to be crying, but it's just like, wow. Is there hope for humanity? I don't know.
But I think I was telling you, it was like I think when it comes down to it, everyone's like, oh my gosh, I'm such a good person. I'm going to do this and this. But when it comes down to it, I feel like everyone's like, oh, save yourself.
No. Yeah. People are.
Yes. People are very much like that.
It's great.
Or I got the money to save myself. Adios.
Oh yeah. The rich people are gone.
Yeah.
Like all these Mars plans and all. No, they know what's happening. Yes. Hey, I'm going to keep having my company pollute everything.
Yep.
In the same breath, I'm also looking to Mars for life because just in case I ruin this planet, I'm going to go ruin another one.
Yeah, I can see that. Oh my goodness, wholeheartedly, I can see that.
That's kind of what I think that's the plan. But
Who
am I? Just a little old podcaster.
Just a little old middle-class person.
I don't know what that accent was. But yeah, so I don't know. But let us know what you think. I did not know about seeing Saturn from here, but if you saw it, let us know. And was that freaky? I can imagine I'd be kind of freaked out. Like, I think
because I was really confused. Like the first couple days, I thought it were just stars because the way it was set up, it was right under the moon. My dumb self didn't think about, it could be planets. I just thought it was bright stars.
Well, I went satellite, so I was way off.
I thought it was UFOs at first, but I didn't want to really say it. But then I was like, okay, they're really not moving. And then like a week went by and I'm like, they're not moving from that one spot. But the moon has moved, but they have not.
But you know what's crazy? Speaking of satellites, I saw one of the, was it Tesla? I saw the satellite falling and I have video of it.
Oh my gosh.
And it was trailing through the sky.
Me.
And I was like,
you showed me that. And then as soon as you showed me that, I saw it all on Twitter.
And I was like,
yeah,
that's not a shooting star.
Yes.
And in that moment, I was like, oh, now see, this was because we have the war with the Ukraine and Russia, and threats have been made to the U.S. I was like, oh my gosh,
here we go.
This is the missile. This is it. And not a plane or satellite or something.
Satellite. I'm talking about a missile from Russia.
I didn't even get rich yet.
I can't even get to fly
enjoy.
Away.
I didn't see the Bahamas yet, and here it is. I'm watching it in real time, just and I'm just like. But then I found out it was a satellite. I was like, oh my gosh, thank you, because I'm like, wow, nuclear fallout right there. I was so upset. I was like, man,
here it goes.
Here it comes. But what do we really know is floating up there? Like all the satellites and all that.
What does somebody else know that they're not telling us?
Girl,
that's just the same as side note, that's the same with the ocean.
No, I don't fool with the ocean at all.
Oh, I don't either. I mean, I can't swim, so there's that.
And now we're starting to see more giant squid pop up in nets and stuff.
You've been seeing that too?
But they look so fake looking.
That's why I'm wondering, is it Photoshop? Because people are really good at Photoshop nowadays.
I don't put it past the giant squid, but I don't
Because how deep in the ocean are you going to find that? Granted, I do know, I
don't know.
Oceans are driving up and blah, 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 but how deep are you going?
Girl, they're going to keep fooling around all this plastic. It's going to send one of them
mermaids
prehistoric
come
beasts
out
up.
And
Yeah.
I can see that.
Yeah, I don't know. When it comes to the ocean, I don't fool with it.
Mm-hmm.
Not saying I wouldn't get in it, but I'm just saying
I'm not getting
the same way we look at space. I'm looking at you, ocean.
I'm pretty okay just having my feet on the ground. I'm not going to get in no ocean. I'm not going to get in no space. I'm pretty okay. I can't swim, nor can I feel like I want to be in zero gravity.
No, I don't want to go to now space.
That's why I said I don't want to be in space.
I never looked at space like, wow, I want to go up there. No.
Nope.
No. Astronaut was never on my baby
Not
wish
at
list.
all. That is what it is, a baby wish list.
Yeah, I'll be an archaeologist before that.
Honestly, I was dust off those bones all day before I'm in zero gravity.
But let us know. What's scarier to you, the ocean or space? I feel like
they're kind of equal to me. I don't know.
Ocean.
Yeah.
No, I don't want to.
I mean, both you can. I mean, this is going to turn real interesting. Both you can really lose your breath.
Well, yes.
So
yes, you can.
I don't want either. They both are equally.
I don't know. Let us know in the comments.
But I guess ocean going to eat me.
You're just not going in either. It doesn't even matter.
No, I can't swim, so
I can't either. But listen. I love fishing. I'm gonna get on a boat every time. Every time I'm gonna get on that boat.
Jacket.
Yeah, not even with a life jacket. That might be kind of reckless. Now that I think about it, but I'm gonna get on that boat every time. All right, guys. Well, thank you for joining us this week on the Pow Wow Lounge. I'm your host, Michael Michelle, joined by
I'm Brianna,
and we will see you. Well, maybe not we.
Yeah, I'll be around.
I will see you in 2 weeks.
Yes.
Thank you. And be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Comment. I want to see it. Subscribe, like the video. Most importantly, share.
Comment on social media.
Yep. Follow at the Pow Wow Lounge on Twitter and Instagram.
Yes.
And I'll see you in 2 weeks. Bye.